Started.
Okay. Wow. No, and Snow is with Castle. Before they enter the cell, he turns to Castle and he says,
Ooh, 1 second. There is something going on my back. I am sorry.
okay.
Okay, false alarm. It's a label. Continue.
Okay. I just imagined Castle actually.
Whoa, hold up. There is a situation going on in my back.
Is it your kidneys?
Incorrect. No, but sorry.
Anyway.
Continue.
But he says, I will, little to nothing of her current motives, or, well, I will be mirroring her, Dr. Castle. Keep that in mind, I suppose.
He'll be what? I'm sorry.
He'll be mirroring.
Okay. He nods.
And, before they enter, he straightens up and, you've seen a switch enough, I suppose. You get a polite nod, and they walk in. And Jordan, if you could just describe how Sofia is contained.
The Sofia is within the kind of standard human recipe holding cell, except she is cuffed to the center of the with about able to move about 2 feet in either direction, but mostly kind of just held upright.
Wait, is she cuffed to the floor or the ceiling?
Ceiling.
Oh! Okay.
And then, for preface, Snow has been hooked up to equipment so that if at any point the gems start to act up, they do have someone on watch of that. Castle has a medical supplies on standby. He has a medical kit if needed, and there is personnel outside if needed.
Okay. Well, the moment Snow enters the room, Sofia jerks, straining at the chains. She stares at him, unblinking, and he stares back, just at the door still. Your hair is longer than you remember. It's the first thing they say, eventually, and walk fully into the room to let Castle in as well. She relaxes at that, though one eyebrow does go up at his voice, which is synthesized due to his cybernetics. She relaxes, lets her chains fall slack, and after a moment she says, I've been growing it out for a while. How long is a while? 5 months, give or take. 5 months? Ah. They're quiet. For a bit after that, looking at each other, Ivan sits down in front of the glass, basically right up against it, and the book he's holding, it's a book of Russian fairy tales. It's visible. He is looking up at her, and if it's possible, she sits on the floor as well, rubbing at her shackles. How are you doing? How are you doing?
Hey, Wrath.
Hmm?
Bree, just pause for a second.
Mhm.
Bree wanted to empathy, right?
Yes.
Whoops, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, well,
Whoa, fuck, sorry, 1 second.
That's
Sorry.
right there.
that was kawaii as fuck.
Kawaii desu.
Also, a heads up, Wrath, you are slightly muffled. I'm not
I
sure what the cause of that would be, though.
one sec. Is this any better?
Ooh, say something?
Is that any better?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Well, let me know if I need to, yeah. Well, Sofia, how Sofia is, or...
Yeah, I'm watching. All these empathies are going to be usually Sofia, and then every now and then I'm going to check on Snow.
Okay. Tell me when you empathy.
You know, let's just do both right now. Same success for both.
Okay. I mean, you got 4 for Sofia. So.
I wasn't supposed to roll again. I forgot it auto rerolled.
Oh, okay. Sofia is... How to word this? She's... One sec, I completely forgot about res comps. Oops. Anyway, you beat her. Let's see, Snow. Okay, you do not read Snow.
Cool.
You read Sofia though, and she's like, it's like disbelief, but also relief. Like, she's kind of still processing that he's here in front of her. At the same time, she notices that something is wrong.
Okay. Cool.
They laugh at the same time, and Sofia, she also looks surprised, sad, and Ivan's expectant. You first, you first. They say at the same time again. Their voices overlap. Well, that answers some questions, Ivan says, just eventually. What questions? He shrugs. A number of them. You're a sharp one, aren't you? But you knew that, didn't you? And her expression becomes disturbed.
Empathy.
She knows this is not her son.
Ow. Okay.
She knows.
How he is talking right now, am I able to figure out which personality it is? I'm assuming Ivan, but...
It's still Ivan.
Okay, I thought so.
There's just a bit of silence. They like... The way that they're looking at each other right now, they're like sizing each other up.
Mm-hmm.
Sofia rolls her neck, sighs, tugs at her chains, just as like something to do. How would you answer if I asked how you were doing? Truthfully, how would you answer if I asked how Caustic was doing? Less truthfully. May I speak to my son? So you consider him your son still? Absolutely. Unfortunately, he doesn't want to talk to you. That's a lie. You wouldn't be here in the first place if you didn't. Must you test me? Wait. Of course you must. You do that to any unknown variable, don't you? With that, Ivan sits up straight and their smile is jagged. They applaud. You pass, Sofia Andreevna. Wonderful. Do I get the prize? A blink, a silence. Sofia continues watching unblinkingly. I don't know what to say to you, to be honest. I don't know if it's the memory loss or the circumstances surrounding you? It's both, probably. See whatever comes to mind, Caustic. Caustic. You gave me that name. Constantine. That I did. Well, I'll start with the question that you taught me should be asked at the beginning of any conversation. How are you doing, Momochika? As well as can be. She shrugs in a way that rattles the chains. You know what I mean. Do I? Well, I'm happy. I like to think that I'm happy. I'm trying to be happy. Is it hard to be happy? The way that he sits is it's very comfortable. His posture is lax, and he is deliberately making her look down at him in a way that it's disarming. She closes her eyes. It's always been hard to be happy for me. Then she cracks one eye and looks at him. It's never come easily to me. But how you are now? You're happy? And at this, Sofia, she looks at Castle, the security cameras, looks up at her cuffs, looks around at everything, and it takes a moment before she looks back at Snow. Despite everything, I'm happy. You sound like you're trying to convince yourself of that. Did Sean Devlin make you happy? Who's that on?
Sofia.
She's still sad.
What was her reaction to Sean Devlin being mentioned?
I mean, you'll see.
Oh, shit, sorry.
He tries his best. And hers, with your empathy, Castle, the way she smiles, it's fond. It's also sad. She knows that every word that she's saying right now, it sounds really bad. She knows that security is watching, that people are watching, that this is bad, but she's past the point of no return already. Did he make you happy before? Is that why you did what you did? No. And at that, she opens both of her eyes fully. She looks him up and down. And Snow just smiles. So how are you, Caustic? Are you happy? Most of the time. But seeing you, I think I'm sad. We're sad. We're missing something, and we don't like missing things. But what we're missing is right in front of us. We just need to connect, and things will make sense. We like it when things make sense. You were confused of the world when I first brought you out of the hospital. You tried to understand things, but you told me you couldn't connect. Everything was foreign, confusing. Because of the hospital. So you did your best to help me connect with the world. But clearly my best wasn't good enough. It wasn't what you needed. But it was your best nonetheless. And really, isn't that the most you can ask from a person, from a relationship? It is, but many people have pointed out that my attempts to help you have ended up hurting you instead, so my best is hurting you. Intentions are more important than actions, because actions can be amended once you understand them. Intentions, once understood, can give light to actions, so it's intentions that produce actions. So, understanding and then changing them, well... So because my intentions are good, you forgive me? And at this, Snow smiles very deliberately. That's what you taught me, isn't it?
I empathy, Snow. I only get 3 successes this entire RP. That's how the law says. That's what the law says.
You don't read him.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? He's not hiding from you, I guess.
Mom can't see, but you know what, Del Toro, you're cool.
No, so she doesn't even have to empathy. She sees. He said that their communication is very smooth right now. It's like they're speaking the same language in many senses of the word.
Yes.
And, that... Like, are you trying to get just how he feels, or anything specific?
General overall, mainly that smile.
Okay, well, that's a smile of called you out, bitch.
Ha!
That's a smile of, like, that's basically, that's the smile.
Okay.
Called you out. She falls silent at that. And he smiles more, because he's like, gotcha. They understand each other, and they see the divide clearly. Other than that, I'm fine. I could be better, of course. What happened? She looks at his throat. An unfortunate encounter with an SCP. I'm now on a life support system. She looks at you, Castle, and then back at Snow.
Empathy. I'll roll in a second.
It's good that you're still awake.
This is on Sofia.
That's her connecting what you said.
Ah, okay.
I have many people here reluctant to let me fall asleep. It's good. You have people here. I think I told you that once. Yes, before I killed you. And they both say at the same time. Sofia just changes her posture. And somewhere, the actual Sofia stands up and goes to lean against Ashan. So, close dick. Ask what questions you have. Ask so you may have the understanding you want. That's why you're here, isn't it? At that, Snow looks at Castle. How much time do we have left?
Checks his watch. You got about 20 minutes.
It's not enough.
Keep going as if you had more time.
He looks back at Sofia. And she's the way she's hanging out, she's just resigned. Why did you do what you did, Mamochka? Why did you betray the Foundation? My team threw me away. I fucked up, and they threw me away. I hope that same fate doesn't befall you. He frowns. How are you thrown away? Before I died, I nearly died previously, which led to Sean putting a gem in my chest as he did. Considering the injuries that the gem healed me from, I believed that if it was removed, they would all return once it was taken out. I had told my team in a conversation after that I couldn't hurt Sean because doing so would be, well, suicidal. She shrugs. Nonetheless, when the Crystal Kingdom happened, despite our orders being to kill or capture, the moment we met him, they opened fire on him without hesitation. They opened fire despite knowing what killing him meant for me. The fact that I was connected to him, the fact that I cared for him despite being an enemy, there are faults that I committed, and I see the disgust in everyone's faces. I hear it in the silence I have every time I am here. I feel it when I was killed. So they threw me away. Your team. Yes. It was made even more obvious when I tried to save my own life and ended up with Reggie's hand in my chest instead. When I came back and couldn't see you, or... It hammered the point even further. The Foundation has no use for me. Has no love for me. Thoughts are hard. Makes sense now. You don't either. I do. You do. So that's what I did. I was thrown away.
Empathy, Snow.
Reroll. Oh.
Let the war begin, my lad!
Okay. On what specifically?
Overall, as deep as I can get.
Well, he only beat me by one success. He's calm. He's been calm. Kind of calculating. Like, just taking in the information.
There seems to be no response based on the whole, what Sofia's talking about that I can tell.
It's in terms of an emotional response, there's not much, because he's very much looking at this analytically. Like, he sounds emotional, but he is very much evaluating.
Okay. He's doing his Ivan thing.
Yeah, basically.
Cool.
Basically. But it is Snow.
Yeah.
You can just say that, well, they are working together now. He's just waiting for her to finish talking before he's...
Okay.
And are you empathizing Sofia?
I am not.
Okay. You do. Oh, wait, wrong voice. You do. So that's what I did. That's why I did what I did. I was thrown away. He just breathes. And he looks up at her and she looks back. So he speaks. You threw them away first. They only let you on the mission because you said that you could kill him, did you not? I'm aware. And when I said those words, they were true. But once we got there, I realized I didn't want to. I didn't want to kill someone. I didn't want to watch as someone I cared about died. And her head is bowed. I was not a agent. Too emotional. That's why I left the KGB in the first place. You loved him. It's not just someone you cared about, it's someone you loved. Yes. Well. You left the KGB for me. Pauses. You left where you worked for decades for a child that you found in a hospital. Just as you betrayed everyone in the foundation in the place that you'd worked in for an extended period of time for... I don't know how to describe this. Someone that you ran into? Quite literally. No, you crashed into? That I did.
Empathy.
On who?
That's Snow, and that is Sofia. Ignore it. Or, I guess the 0 is Sofia. I accidentally clicked the button several times.
Okay, well, you do not read Sofia, and reroll on Snow. Wait, let me check. Wait, no, never mind, don't reroll. Sorry, I didn't roll.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay, you beat him. What are you looking for?
Same thing.
He's in the business of calling this bitch out.
Cool.
He is still calculating. But he is also sad. He has found reason to be sad.
And this is Janus.
Yes.
Alright, cool.
And also, he just realized something. You have no love for organization. You don't care about them. You don't care about the bigger picture, do you? She just smiles. You just care about people. Very few specific people. At this, Snow stands up and starts pacing. Much like how Sofia has been observed in the past. At this, she just smiles more. We'll do anything for those people. Anything. He stops pacing. He stands in front of the glass, just dead in front of her. Like, direct line. Just staring. Nothing for yourself. It's all for them. All for them. That's how we find happiness. Yes. She closes her eyes, and a tear slides down. Yes, you always knew this. That's why we functioned. We were two broken people, and we did everything we could to make each other happy. We didn't know any better. Do you believe that what you're doing? Is it for my sake? Is it for Daniel Bishop's sake? Or for Sean Devlin's sake? yours and hers. What's your goal? To be happy. Oh! That could have been bad. It takes a bit for Snow to calm down, but he calms down.
I don't think I need to empathy to know what's going on there.
Who knows?
I think I know. It's another little asshole boy trying to get out.
You have to empathy to know whether you're wrong or right.
Oh.
Oh! No, it's not.
What is it?
He's so fucking sad. 'Cause he said that he was going to mirror her castle when you first walked in.
Oh.
Except, I guess, when he tried to mirror her, he found himself. What's your definition of happiness? If your goal is to be happy. The same as yours, I believe. True. The path that you're on now, do you think you'll be happy? As happy as I can be. And that's really the most anyone can ask for, isn't it? They said that at the same time. Snow just wipes his tears and Sofia remains silent. I'll take what I can get. At that, he straightens up and looks at her. Is that happiness, or is it being content? Contentment is not the same as happiness. This is getting awfully philosophical. You were the one who told me that. That I did. So how do you plan on obtaining happiness? Taps against the glass. What is your ideal outcome? Sofia Andreevna. She jolts a little. And sighs. The kingdom succeeds. Dr. November Mead is free. And with that, she lives up to her end of the deal and facilitates Sean coming back to the Foundation unharmed. He squints. It still doesn't mention you. I'll go where Sean goes. And however the Foundation chooses to punish me, I'll take it. I've been running enough.
I'm gonna go ahead and empathy her. Then while I'm here, based on her plan, I'm gonna go ahead and detect lie. Which is 7. So 3 on empathy, 2 on detect lie.
One sec. Her empathy, the jolt now. Well, Snow has always called her Mamoshka. He just addressed her in the most formal way you can.
Mm-hmm.
In Russian. And that hit a nerve.
Okay.
And she is not lying. That is... Wait. Well, you'll see in a moment. Then you can choose to keep on detect lying.
Okay.
That doesn't sound like happiness at all. Fine. She, makes a motion, tossing her hands up in the air, but, her hands are already in the air. Ideal outcome, I get forgiven. Go back to being an SCP agent. Sean isn't stated as a scientist. Neither of us are in SERS. All the people I care about are under the same roof. I serve the Foundation and protect the people I love until I die. That is rather idealistic. You asked for my ideal outcome, Dick. Anyway, I'm dreadfully aware that the Foundation doesn't forgive easily, so you understand why I don't expect a happy ending. Things like me don't get those. Do you wish... Are you still detect lying?
Sure.
Okay. She's not lying. That is her ideal outcome.
Cool.
Things like me don't get those. No bats, no ghosts still. Don't worry. Despite all our similarities, we're not the same. I'm sure that you'll get your happy ending. You've always liked happy endings, little prince. At that, he kind of jolts a bit, just shaken out of whatever just hit him. That's a very old nickname. She shrugs. Forgive an old woman for being nostalgic. He rolls his eyes. She smiles at that. You're holding things back, old woman. Well, I've never been one to offer myself on a platter in the first place. You've never made any attempts to breach containment, no matter how much you express don't want to be here. You're just letting them hold you. She shrugs, looks at the cameras. What would the point of breaching containment be? I wouldn't get out. Even if I managed to break the glass, the guards would be on me. I don't have the chance to get out of the room. And then there would be more guards on me. To be honest, it would be a waste of their time. And I'm sure that, well, you all have better things to do. So you say, but you could probably make a decent effort. You're probably also not bothering because you don't want to play your hand. Perhaps. Why bother showing my cards? Well, you hiding things certainly doesn't engender trust. The way that he's looking at her is just... It's like... that gesture, you know that gesture when you point at your own eyes and you point at someone else?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like boring into her skull. You even want to try to be forgiven? She closes her eyes, pinches the bridge of her nose, and then starts like walking in circles. And the chains clank at that, and she tolerates it. This is a difficult thing. Even more difficult once it's been lost. I don't think anyone here will ever forgive me or trust me again. That I've accepted. Even me. She raises an eyebrow. Way that she can look directly at him. Did I ever leave you? Oh, did I ever caustic?
You're cutting in and out, Wrath.
Ah! Hello?
Hello.
Okay. What's the last thing that was coherent?
You were coherent. It's just it was starting to cut in and out a little bit.
Okay. You know the answer to that already. Well, my happy ending, I think, includes you also being in my life. Includes me not missing whatever that divides us now. What do you think about that? No, That's rather idealistic. Second. Hey Jordan, you said that if I'm using my innocent face specialty, I can factor in my striking looks to my lies.
Yes.
This is fine. No, that's rather idealistic. Phew, that was a deliberate echoing of words. Well, he sits back down. There's another problem with Dr. Meansdale that I'm sure you've been rather aware of. She had no authority to make such a deal. Yes. So I doubt that when the time comes, the Foundation will live up to it. Yes. And at that, Sofia just taps her head and gives him a knowing look, and he rolls his eyes again.
I
Anyway.
see that knowing look.
And she's just like that knowing look was like, duh.
Oh, okay.
We thought the same things. And also, I've been thinking about this.
Gotcha.
Anyway. What if that deal is backed up by actual authority here, and any holds are addressed? She spreads her arms. As much as she can. Anything that could signal me not dying another terrible, horrible death at the end of a Foundation bullet or fist would be wonderful. Understandable. What if you could be forgiven? What a kind word that would be. This world can be kind when we make it so. But forgiveness doesn't come without a price. Would you be willing to pay that price? For the sake of forgiveness, for the sake of happiness? Only if it's worth it. Well, the minimum price would be you and Dr. Devlin, of course, working to regain our trust. Isn't that reasonable? Of course it is. But how do I know I can trust? Why? Did you lose trust in the Foundation entirely? Did I ever lose your trust, Norochka? At that, she smiles. You don't have to empathy. It's hopeful. It's a hopeful smile. You know the answer to that, Caustic. And at this, Snow pulls out his phone. The thing is, Sofia Andreevna, and she jolts again. You seem to have given up on us. Did you ever stop to think that some of us didn't want to give up on you?
I'm gonna go ahead and empathy him quick once he pulls out the phone.
Oh, I meant to roll that as Snow, but you cannot read him.
Okay.
And from there, Jordan detects a vulture.
Okay.
And I assume Vulture tells him what he needs to know.
Sure.
What's that? Sure.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. He looks up at Sofia. How long would you say that text exchange took?
You want me to scroll back up to the... One sec.
Uh, the last thing.
30 to about a minute, maybe.
A minute? Okay. Sends a heart at the end. He looks up at Sofia and says, well, is there anything you want to say? Sofia and Jericho? I don't think I'll ever be forgiven. I don't think anyone here. Well, I think I've already gone too far. So you just keep on digging your hole? Is that it? Well, I think you already know the answer to that. But assuming makes an ass out of you and me. But caustic. No. Dr. Janus. At that, Snow jolts. Dr. Janus. It's not assuming. It's self-reflection, isn't it?
Go ahead and... I'm gonna try and empathy Snow's intentions here.
Okay.
Mother titty.
Oh, yeah, I'll give you that. He has plans.
I can tell.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Jordan.
Yeah.
Being that this is, prior to the fucking purge,
Yeah, oh, yes.
would I be able to use common sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wait, can he also, he, like, are you, like, very obviously just eyeballing him?
Castle's giving you a look.
Okay. He texts Castle. I'll tell you, I'll explain later.
I'm gonna use my common sense.
Okay.
Okay. What is your question for common?
Alright. My common sense question is, would it be a wise decision? What's a good wording on this? Is it a beneficial decision?
Beneficial for who? I'm gonna help you out right there.
Thank you, Genie. I'm gonna be the asshole here. Is it a beneficial decision for the Foundation?
Good wording. Good wording. Director Romero gives you a star sticker.
Hell yeah! Romero likes me, Dabs crying. Would it be beneficial for the Foundation to cut the test now?
Okay.
As it's very clear that Snow's got some intentions right now, and...
He's also very obviously texting Vulture.
I don't see your phone.
You didn't see the phone, that's the problem.
His back is to you.
He's not.
I'm not fucking eyeballing your
Not
phone.
eyeballing the phone, though. I've been
Oh, okay, fair enough.
hanging over your shoulder. That'd be. Yeah, because then he'd be. Because from what I remember, he's in the corner. He's kind of off to the.
He's off to the
corner.
side, just leaning on
So
the
he's
wall.
not like the. Yeah, because he's not like the main focus of the.
He also just texted you. He'll explain after.
That triggered all the red flags.
Oh my god.
So many red flags. Okay. Let's see.
Because the way the specific wording Castle had spoken with is that Snow leaves this place unchanged, and whatever's going on right now is slightly concerning, especially if we're poking the bear that's closely related to Sean Devlin.
Yeah. Let me just read through this quickly. Okay, this might actually have to be a joint thing. So, say, your question was is it beneficial for the Foundation to cut the test now,
Yes.
right? Your common sense says that, while it doesn't seem like the text was harmful in any way, based upon like just how kind of casually Snow did it, and like even in front of you with people watching and cameras everywhere. So he's not like planning out a bomb squad to come in here and try to bust someone out or anything, right? He's very relaxed about it. You also know that most telecommunications are monitored. This because there is no reception this deep. This reception comes from the site with itself. So almost all communications are monitored, and security isn't having any red flags or anything. So they're not panicking either, or paging you. If anything was like affecting your tests in any way, shape, or form that you didn't know about already, security would definitely have paged you and let you know, or at least any of the techies around here would let you know that something is going down. But they are not. Their red flags haven't been hit. So there's nothing to worry about on that angle. I'm not gonna say. Oh, actually, that's wrong. It's not that there's nothing to worry about, because that's up to you if you trust what Snow has sent, and if continuing this test for that reason. But there is nothing that will nothing is setting off any red flags that something negative is going to happen to the Foundation or the site at this.
Okay. He watches.
Okay. At the self-reflection bit, Snow just goes silent. And he spreads his arms. Stands up, spreads his arms. And and says, is Sean Devlin listening, Onochka?
What did he say? I'm sorry.
Is Sean Devlin listening?
Okay.
I looks at Jordan.
Sorry?
Is Sean listening?
Do you want him to?
Well, one sec. She says, if you want him to be. We respect each other's privacy, you see. If he could be listening, that would probably make communications more easy.
Empathy, Snow.
He's not resisting, so okay. He has it's like this will be faster if I can just talk to you directly.
Who is you in this case?
Sean and Sofia at the same time.
Let me think. Real quick here.
He looks at his phone and says,
Wait. I have to ponder and like out of character real quick, because this is starting to cross, like, especially in Cass's point of view, this is crossing past what they were here to do. And so I have to debate what he would do here.
I mean, at that, will Sean listen?
Sure.
With my empathy, am I able to pick up if Snow's about to say something dumb?
not dumb, but it's related to the text that he just had.
God, I wish I knew what that text was.
If you'd like, you can page security, or and they can pull it up.
I would like that, yes.
Okay. Would you say you've done that probably as the text was going out, or just doing it now?
I mean, I'm okay with saying he did as the text went out, because as soon as the phone came out, he was like, what are you up to?
What is this?
You're supposed to be talking to your mother, Snow. Why's the phone out?
The phone come from Snow?
That's rude! No phone at the dinner table!
Okay. Then yeah, I'd say around this time, then you'd get a page. It's essentially has the recent phone history of messages sent from Snow, which essentially is a conversation between him and Vulture, where Snow is asking if
What a strange text. It's just MHHHHH over and over.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the actual fucking start.
Gotta wade through all this porn.
Yeah.
Wow!
Nice. Yeah, you gotta get through Snow's search history first. Gotta scroll up through
Oh
that.
god, you sent so many nudes, Snow.
Oh my, no, he does not send nudes, excuse you.
Hashtag-
Only in Vulture. Where is it?
I mean, I can say.
Yeah, you say, because
Okay.
I'm trying to find the exact thing so I don't mess up. I think I don't know where it is. It's like lost.
It's fine. He texted Vulture, asking, hey, do you have the authority to make a deal with Sean Devlin? And Vulture said, no, because anything concerning him is a O5 business. And Snow, so I would have to go to O5 to make any cut, to make a talk to them regarding Sean Devlin and the collective. And yeah. Then he asked how long it would take to get an appointment. And next one is 3 to 4 weeks. And he said, okay. Can you schedule an appointment for me? Love you. Bye. Heart emoji.
Okay. 3 to 4 weeks.
And also Castle, with your empathy, but prior to him pulling out his phone, he had just said to Sofia, he and Sofia had spoken of the holes in November's proposal, and he had said, what if that deal is backed up by actual authority and any holes are addressed?
I recognize that. I think... Yeah, I think Castle's gonna pull the plug.
No! No! Are you at least going to say anything to Snow?
He's gonna... He's gonna text Snow 1 minute.
1 minute? Okay. Well...
And then, followed by, like, in the text, it will say, I don't know what you're doing, but you're here to talk to your mother.
Oh, well, he just looks at, he just gives you a look like, oh, shit.
Oh, shit!
He completely, look, the conversation led him here. He looks at Sofia and says, in 3 to 4 weeks, I will have a conversation with the O5. I have made an appointment for the O5 to speak with the O5 Council regarding the deal that Dr. Mead made with Sean Devlin in that SCP. So, well, I would ask that, well, until then, I would ask that you not give up on the idea of penance, Sofia Andreevna. And Dr. Devlin, I ask, well, I hope that the weight is palatable. Does Sean say anything for Sofia to relay?
Can you say that one last time for me? Sorry.
He says, I hope that this weight is tolerable would be a better word.
He will ask if it's even possible for you to hold them off that long. To hold the rest of the Foundation back that long from attacking us.
I looks up at the ceiling. And I'll be honest, I'm not sure, especially as, well, things change every week. But
Taps watch.
yes. He looks at Castle like, yeah, okay. Just he gives Castle like a panicked look, like you're stressing me out, man.
That's time.
Oh, fuck.
If you would go with us, please.
He looks at Sofia and says, Wait, let me get the words.
No, I don't want you to get the words in!
I was gonna roll a persuasion to let him say this one last thing.
Time's up, sweetie. Common sense is tingling.
Can I roll a persuasion on Castle to let me say one final thing?
You can roll the persuasion on Castle. I'll let you say one last thing.
It's always the and one more thing.
I mean, you can even try and convince him to it's a persuasion.
Okay.
A lot of things that sort of power.
I'm not gonna factor my gentle into this because he's a little too panicked.
I risk a willpower.
Oh, you're so lucky.
Ooh.
Alright. 12 dice, ladies and gentlemen.
Get one success. Oh, fuck.
What? Those are d20s. Oh god.
Wow.
Look at my 93 successes! Rips off shirt.
Well, actually, these are kind of deciphered.
Just enough, boys!
Hey, fuck you! I reroll.
What?
Wow. That's social maneuvers for you.
Mother fucker!
I reroll. Like, he just gives you one last thing.
Well, does the reroll force... That forces the entire thing, so I also need to reroll, correct?
No. The social maneuvers, it forces one person to reroll. It's either That's
Sugar Lips Honey Tongue, correct?
No.
No, Sugar Lips Honey Tongue is the roll to have someone have minuses on their rolls.
Wait.
There's I think it's Stick and Move.
It's New Approach.
1 second.
Yeah, new approach.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's everyone.
How I've done it and how it's been done in Grimoire, it's just one person.
One person? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Just one last thing.
Oh, damn it,
sorry.
you Stiff, don't do this! No, you're gonna start a goddamn war! We can't go making promises with the goddamn supposed to be talking with your mouth.
He just looks over his shoulder and says, I'll do my job. Interpret that as you may.
Escorts out of room.
You don't have to escort him. He turns and walks out.
Okay.
And yeah.
Castle has eyes.
And Sofia is just smiles. And as he walks out, she says, "Have a good day, Dr. James."
Empathy. Vomits blood. Empathy.
No! That... what are you looking for exactly?
Everything.
Her calling him Dr. Janus was... It's an acknowledgement. They stand on different sides. They love each other, but they have gone their separate paths.
Okay. And the smile?
Oh, the smile was, I see what you're doing.
Which is? Can we get that?
What's
this kid up to?
No!
There's a crit.
Yeah, but that would be empathying Snow.
No, because you know what he's up to. If you know what he's got, I can get it.
Okay, does Sofia know what he's up to?
She doesn't know, like,
But what does she think he's up to?
she sees Snow as... He's fighting. He's not willing to accept.
Except what?
He's not willing to accept, and he's not going to let her just accept. So he's going to fight this. Fight.
Except what? That they're on different sides?
No. Like, because she said that she doesn't think she can be forgiven.
Oh.
And he had said. So is that why you keep doing what you're doing?
Okay.
Because you think you've already gone past the point of no return? Basically, like, these smiles, it's accumulation of the conversation.
Okay.
And she sees that he is intending to fight her on this. To fight what she had just said. He's
trying to
planning
give her
on
another goddamn chance is what he's doing.
Yeah, but it's also it's not out of necessarily benevolence or because he's her son, but also kind of you're an idiot. And I'm gonna show you that you're an idiot.
Okay.
And she sees that, and her smile, it's both hope, both amusement, and also good luck. Good luck. And as you head out, as she says, Dr. Janus, he says, as you were, SCP-6783-3-4.
She says that?
He says that.
Oh, okay.
You would know that's this Sofia's official SCP designation.
Okay. After Castle empathies her, he'll give her a nod and head out.
As you leave, she waves one hand and says, "Spasibo."
He'll give a nod of acknowledgement and raise a hand as a wave back.
He's become sassy.
Who? Castle?
No, Snow.
Oh.
She says that.
And he heads out because he's got some work to do.
You see Snow waiting for you.
Raise his eyebrow.
He looks at Castle with a, "I'm sorry."
We can't go doing that.
I'm going to write up a report on her. She gave away much more than...
I'm aware, I've already taken notes.
Oh, wonderful. But I don't know if you see what I see.
Go ahead and turn in your report. As for the O5 Council, if we're going to be continuing to question her... Jana said...
That's... Oh, I don't need to. I don't need to. That was enough.
Okay.
As he's like walking with you as you speak.
Hmm.
He's very clearly heading towards your office, actually.
Castle will pat the security card and just quietly thank him as they pass by.
So the Snow gave them a polite nod.
They give mock salute back. Most are just very professional. Some are just. You hear some grumbles, but like.
What is this?
Snow just stops talking and just gestures in front of you. I believe it would be better if this conversation continued in your office.
Gus will head to the office, but he is slightly perturbed.
Okay, Snow empathies you.
Try me, bitch. Oh,
Oof,
God.
don't make me crack out the social maneuvers.
Literally.
Okay, I crack out the social maneuvers again. I reroll,
Okay.
and you reroll now. That was 2 willpower.
Did I miss? Okay.
It happened real quick.
Okay,
The words
good.
were said really quick. Don't worry.
Goodbye, your willpower. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You can tell Castle is, he's not exactly pleased with that, what just went down.
Yeah.
Not as much the fact that you were talking with it. You can tell specifically it's when you wanted to address Devlin.
Okay.
He was not pleased.
Okay.
And you can tell that he seems a bit distracted, as if he's thinking of something on the side of like, okay, I need to now go and do this. What this is? Well, it could be a report, it could be speaking with someone, who knows? But there's somewhere in between that being mentioned and him coming back, a new step has been added to the plan.
Oh boy. Okay. You can yell at me now.
What did he say? I'm sorry.
You can yell at me now. Just sits down, holds hands up.
Yelling at you would be counterproductive.
Okay.
However, he holds up the
Okay.
text of I'll tell you later, raises eyebrow.
Do you want me to explain myself?
I'm
or...
waiting.
Ah. Your eyebrow raises made me many. Well,
Your eyebrows mean many things.
you said that with a completely straight face.
Continue, I'm sorry, just out of character, I'm amused.
Well, where do you want me to start?
What's your plan here? I already saw the log, you were talking to Vulture.
No, that's just rude. I would. No, eavesdropping is just rude.
Oops.
Let's hope that you didn't see anything that you don't need to see.
I think I saw that was necessary.
Good.
If this was something you wanted to address, you should have brought it up sooner.
To be honest, it occurred to me about halfway through the conversation.
Okay.
I don't actually know what to say. I suppose it's one thing to remember a person, another thing to directly interact with them.
How are you feeling?
I told you I was going to mirror her.
You didn't.
No, I did. It's just... I saw myself.
Hmm?
We we have some very heavy influence on each other. I can see that now.
Talking to her is definitely beneficial for you. Are you remembering anything that you didn't before?
No. But I think I can make a connection.
Connection?
A connection between her and myself. The upbringing she gave me, and certain behaviors that I have now, and certain behaviors that she has now, certain thought processes, certain mindsets. She said that I could assume as I wished, and I would probably be correct. Because it's not really assuming, it's just self-reflection. We're awfully similar. And I don't know how to feel about that. We must have been very close. That's what I remember, at least.
You're planning on getting in contact or putting in a request to the O5 Council, correct?
Yes. Yes.
And the request is for?
Well, Dr. Mead's deal with Dr. Sean Devlin to be backed up by proper authority. Basically putting what we've heard that Dr. Mead proposed from her recordings in stone.
I believe before you contact the O5 administration, the other scientists on board that are working on this project, such as Nephilim and Pinocchio, should be notified.
Yes, I'll do that. Do you want to know the entire thought process?
Sure.
You see, Sean Devlin and Sofia Andreevna would very us. Furthermore, they're both rather dangerous. And so, well, if Dr. November Mead's proposal is set in stone, then, one, that could avoid a lot of loss. Fighting them, I believe, they're both rather dangerous individuals. We set this deal in stone, and that could avoid a loss of life, and that could also net us two very useful aspects.
Out of character, what is the proposal by November?
Out of character. From OC OC knowledge, November's whole thing was promising that Sean Devlin That a shot, the promise that was made, that November made Sean Devlin, in exchange for allowing him to have control over the entire collect, which is the gem that he uses as his primary kind of weapon and manpower resource. That Sean Devlin, once he finishes the Crystal Kingdom, which is his main goal, would turn himself into the Foundation and try and work with them.
Okay.
Instead.
We have been getting November's recordings, and Sofia also told us about the deal.
Okay.
You have the first of November's recordings
Yeah.
able to be listened to.
Sofia also informed them
Cool.
in character. So,
Well then, we'll inform the others. It'll be put to a vote. Whatever that vote is, if it is voted down, then the others are not in favor of this decision, this action. If it's voted through, then we'll contact the O5 Council. Sound good?
awkward pause. I might have already asked for an appointment to be made.
We can fix that.
That's... Anyway, I will... Yes. We will discuss with the other scientists. Also, it's Ivan right now.
Mhm.
We will discuss with the other scientists.
I'm still concerned about you working directly on anything involving Sofia due to potential... I can't think of the word right now. What's the word out of character? Shit. Conflict of interest.
Don't worry. That's the only conversation we needed.
But I am also referring to affairs concerning the Crystal Kingdom.
If you want us to not care about her and to work without almost being emotionally compromised, it is possible. If you recall, Dr. Dr. Diablo, I choose to feel things.
I'm aware. But you can still feel things. And
Yes. And I can
based
choose to
on
not.
what was just done down there, without the consultation of the other scientists or myself, as your therapist, I believe it is best if you are to pursue other, I'm thinking out of the word.
Ventures?
Yeah.
Of course.
Other tasks for the Foundation, and not be involved in anything pertaining to Sofia, Devlin, or their affairs.
Just shrugs, as you say.
Good.
You know, Castle, Dr. Del Toro. It's really interesting. This is all very, rather... We could draw the connections between things that she said and behavior that she displayed in our own. A little drawing, to be honest. But I suppose she truly did have a strong influence on us.
I'm in my office now. Ha-ha!
Congratulations. What's that empathy?
6 successes, because I just want to make sure.
Make sure what?
Well, empathy, you know, that kind of statement is largely concerning. Considering Sofia has betrayed 2 different foundations.
2 different foundations?
Yeah, she betrayed the KGB and then she betrayed the Foundation.
I mean, she didn't betray the KGB, she's turned in her resignation.
Okay. Still.
Like, the way that they feel right now, it's analytical.
Not how they feel, but just trying to get the context, trying to make sure that this isn't implications of something bad.
Okay.
Because Brianna's common sense is like bzzz, and it feels bad.
I mean, if you just ask, it would probably be easier to explain.
Yeah, but
I
this is
don't know how to explain
Castle.
this in empathy.
I'm sorry.
I don't know how to explain it in empathy.
Well, then say what you need to say and just say that's what he picks up in empathy. Like,
the bit which they had spoken in sync. And, like, the conversation was just going back and forth without stopping. Those were, especially the bit about being happy. One sec, let me scroll. Let me scroll. The bits, you just care about, we'll do anything for those people, nothing for yourself, it's all for them. That's how we find happiness.
okay.
Snow just had a moment which, it's like, oh.
Okay.
And, yeah, and, like, he also, it's like, and it's like, he's like, wow, that's bad, and also, kind of resigned, I think I need to talk with Vulture about something personal, a bit of a, just drawing connections, I think.
Okay.
And there's nothing necessarily that bodes bad for the Foundation, considering that Snow's very strongly tied to one Dr. Vulture, who is very loyal to the Foundation.
Mm-hmm. I just also want to make sure that Snow's doing alright, though, because he is also patient.
He's, well as Ivan fronting right now.
All the same person on different masks.
Ivan's just looking at this it's just like connecting dots right now, like, I see. He is personally, yeah, he's just taking this in stride, one could say.
Okay.
And, just looking at, just processing it, analyzing it, trying to figure out the best outcome for themselves. I don't know what else to say.
Okay. Following that, Castle will do a basic, going over questions therapy session just to, if there's anything fresh on Snow's mind he wants to talk about, he'll go ahead and talk to him. Just, basic therapy session. I don't know if you want to roleplay that. I'm fine with just hand-waving it if you'd like to.
I think Snow will ask. Or Ivan, actually, it's still Ivan. He says, so, Dr. Castle, what is your definition of a good person?
My definition?
Mm-hmm.
I think Definition of a good person is someone who does what they can to help. I suppose does what they think is necessary, but he taps his nose and kind of points at Snow. Doing what they believe is good does not a good person make.
Of course not.
Because if it was just black and white, good and evil, my job would
Nothing
be a
is
whole
black
lot
and white.
easier.
Nothing is ever black and white. I suppose that by some definitions, we're not good people. Even though we try very hard to be a good person, so that we can be accepted, so that we can fit in. But other than that, I suppose it's all a play.
He stays quiet.
Of course, I can't really say anything for myself. But, you see, I think we're a person that is very confused on how to behave. So we behave in a way that is acceptable, palatable, so that we can go on by life quietly without having to bother with anything.
You mirror others.
Yes. We mirror them so that, well, you see nothing when you look into a mirror, you don't see, well, they won't see what's behind it. Because ultimately, there's nothing behind this particular mirror. Nothing of worth, they believe.
How often do you mirror others?
We used to do it all the time. Well, no. I used to do it all the time, but Snow does not. Any mirroring that he does is it's subconscious and simply it's give me a moment, you're asking me to deconstruct a thought process. Someone else's thought process. Yes, I mirror. Because there is no face underneath this mask. He does not mirror because he is what is behind the mirror. I suppose that would be the best way to put it.
Well then, I have an assignment for you.
Oh.
And I think you already know what it is.
would rather not assume.
When you catch yourself beginning to mirror others, note what it is you're mirroring. See if you can take a moment to figure out what your real reaction is.
But Dr. Castle, now there's the problem. I don't use the body that much anymore.
No, doesn't mean you can't actively acknowledge it.
If
This
I'm not
isn't
using
just
the
to
body.
you. This is also for Janus.
Hmm.
You made a lot of progress today. Keep it up, okay?
Hmm. Oh. Thank you for assisting us, Dr. Del Toro. Now, a question for you, if I may.
Shoot.
What did you see during that conversation? How did you perceive Sofia Andreevna?
I saw a mother looking at her son, but they're not close as much as they used to be. I've seen the look before. It's... Parents have a hard time letting go. It's hard for them to accept that the chick's leaving the nest. I think she's somewhere in there.
You know, it's interesting when you say that. She asked if we were happy, but she didn't ask if we wanted. She made no indication of wishing otherwise, that we were with her. No asking her whether we miss her.
That's because she said it while you're talking to her. She actively acknowledged that her attempts to help you made you unhappy. Hurt you.
I suppose that's a good way. Well, I suppose that shows that she's letting go.
It shows that to a degree she's coming to realize what her actions have done, yes. Not completely, though. Like, not on a completely subconscious level.
She's making a try at it.
Which is better than nothing.
Oh. Wait, he doesn't make the sound, that was rough. Well, I do believe that we've gotten all the answers we need from her.
Alright.
Something interesting.
What?
Let me figure out how I'll say it. Because, well, she has the keys to his head. He also has the keys to her head. How will he say this? Do you think she's delusional at all? She doesn't bother to ask for forgiveness. She immediately gave up on it. What does that read to you?
Technically, as your therapist, I'm not allowed to give my professional opinion.
I mean,
Personal opinion, he says.
That is fair, but I'm not looking at this from a necessarily personal standpoint. I'm not looking at this as your son, because, well, for one, that's not me. For two, I see it as a puzzle to figure out.
I think she's one of those people that sees the world as either black or white.
Oh?
He shrugs.
Do you elaborate?
She does things based on what feels right in the moment. And from there, it's just one option or the other. There's where she may believe there's room for compromise, I think. I think she recognizes what position she's gotten herself into. But end of the day, I don't think she completely regrets what she's done.
I don't either. I think she would benefit from therapy, to be honest. But then again, who wouldn't benefit from therapy?
A lot of people can benefit from therapy. That's why I'm here.
Do you think you'll approach her as a therapist?
What did he say? I'm sorry?
Do you think you'll approach her as a therapist?
Talk to her as a therapist?
Yes. Then again, you have enough on your plate.
Oh no, sorry, that was me asking out of character. I couldn't tell what you said. That's
yeah,
what he said, right?
yeah, talk to her as a therapist.
If I'm able to find time.
Yes, your schedule is rather full. Laughs awkwardly, thinking about how it's gonna be emptied.
I'll find time.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You don't find the idea... Do you find the idea of living for other... What's your opinion on the idea of living for other people?
Blinks.
And before you say that as our therapist, you cannot give your personal opinion on things, I'm aware.
I think when you have nothing to live for, it's all you can do.
So you think that she has nothing to live for?
I think she sees herself as a dead woman.
Well, considering her circumstances. She already died multiple times.
Exactly.
I suppose I see myself that way too. And there was that switch.
Hey, you want to roll an empathy?
Yeah, sure. Oh my god!
Shrugs. Oh
Fuck
well.
you.
What just happened? Did you say you re-roll?
Yes!
Alright, with your critical success, Snow, you're able to gather empathy in Castle as he kind of keeps a straight face. As you know, you guys are talking about Sofia in that regard, but everything he just answered to you was 100% about himself, and it just applies perfectly in this situation, because you asked him the one question that is pretty much the only reason he does his job.
Snow looks at Castle.
Castle keeps a straight face.
Mimics tipping a hat and says, "Same hat?"
I don't know what you're talking about.
Lying is I suppose that I've come to expect lies from you, Dr. Castle. No, not Dr. He calls Castle Castle. I suppose I've come to expect lies from you, Castle.
I'm allowed to lie when I'm off duty.
Yes, that's true.
As he says that, he starts brewing coffee.
So just raise his hand. May I have a cup as well?
Yep.
I believe we both need that after that conversation. And I think
Just
we can
stares into the coffee.
Oh man, we were all called out just now. Oh man, I think you can end the recording there.
Great ending.